Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Randomly Offensive. We live in a time where the media will take beloved content that holds millions of fans and turn it into garbage. And when it fails and burns, they blame the fans. They call us racist, sexist, bigots. They say we didn't like it because it wasn't meant for us, while they destroy and have already destroyed Cowboy Bebop, He-Man, Marvel Comics, Star Wars, Pirates of the Caribbean, and the list goes on and on and on. There is a little light of hope for us, and he comes in the shape of a little blue hedgehog. Yes, this adorable little guy is our final hope. He is our beacon that will bring back the media that we all know and love. In order to understand why, we're going to have to hop back about 10 years to what's known as the best year of cinema, 2012, a time where you got to sit down and enjoy the reruns of your most favorite TV show, a time where you got to go and grab the classic movie that you loved most and put it in with no worries of it ever getting ruined because it was done. A time where original content was being made. And whenever there was a sequel, it was a sequel to a previously original film that you felt like was made just for you. And the sequels improved upon the characters and gave you a reason to want to keep watching it. And the lessons they taught resonated with your personal experiences in life. And you felt for the characters. You cried when they died. You cheered when they won. And then it just all went away. The media became money hungry, seeing what we held dear as a simple paycheck, with no respect for the characters we loved, making sequels with no soul, quickly turning movies into tragic ghosts of what once was and what we once loved. Movies and characters that we once held dear were turned into a simple IP to make a quick buck. Movies that we once loved were being remade into things that we now hate. Movies that we loved were getting sequels that ruined everything we loved about the original. Sequels that were destroying great trilogies. Sequels that were destroying great movies. Sequels that nobody wanted, that nobody asked for. Sequels that turned characters that once taught us important life lessons and once resonated with us were now a simple shell of what they used to be, and were turned into these weird puppets that were being played with in ways that we could not appreciate. And they forgot that they earned our money. They forgot that they earned the fact that people paid to see what was on the big screen. Instead, they got this weird idea that they were entitled to it, that we were obligated to give them money for any type of content, whether we wanted it or not. The biggest issue was when we fought back, they did not take it well. They started trying to use politics and politically driven stories that told politically driven lessons to help pay their way out of the problem. They started giving us lessons that we didn't want, that would never get them in trouble as far as they were concerned. They started using identity politics, and they started virtual signaling and giving us crap, and they didn't stop. No matter how much money they lost, no matter how hard we fought back, they wouldn't stop because they were taking a righteous high road to avoid true criticism. And when that stopped working, they began to slander the fans, insulting us and telling us not to watch their content, not to watch their movies, and we did. We stopped watching their movies. We had enough. But things weren't getting better. Things were staying. And then one of the most amazing things happened. For the first time in a long time, I want to say for the first time in my life, a movie listened to the fans. I will never forget that first trailer for Sonic. The most outrageous, horrifying little creature showed up on the screen. And when we saw that it was Sonic, it hit us in a way that was unfamiliar, but familiar at the same time. It was another movie ruined. It was another icon that resonated with us ruined. And when we lashed back, when we informed them that this isn't what we wanted, that this was a bad move, they listened to us. The pure joy that was felt when we got a completely remade trailer with the Sonic that we wanted to see, with the Sonic that was perfect, the Sonic that we'd picture on the big screen. They gave us what we wanted when we wanted it. And it wasn't cheap, and it wasn't easy. They had to go through a lot of work, and they had to spend a lot of money remaking every CGI aspect of the film. But they did it, and they did it for us, and we felt that. It was a love note. It told us that our words did matter, that what we wanted was important, and it gave us hope. And so many people came to see this movie just for that reason. Non-Sonic fans saw this happen for the Sonic fans. They saw the big win for what it was, and it did extremely well, better than anyone thought it would ever do, for the pure premise that they listened to us, and they gave us what we wanted. They gave us back our voice, and it was a good movie. It wasn't perfect. For the most part, it was a popcorn film, but it was a good movie, and there was no politics in it. There was just nothing negative about the movie. There were no identity politics. There were no slandering. There were no politically motivated lessons that made us feel like we were being preached at. It was actually a lesson inside the story that you could find if that's a lesson you needed. And if it wasn't, it was just a good movie to take your mind off of the real world problems that you have to go through every single day. And that's what movies were meant to be. And I thought back then that Sonic might be the hero we needed for media. And then the sense of relief when I got a second trailer, the trailer for the second movie, the sense of relief that came over me was very unfamiliar. When I saw the trailer for Sonic 2, it made me feel like, oh, hey, the guys that care, the movie that cares, the one that actually matters, the one that makes the fans feel like they matter, the ones that gave us our voice back. They're back, and I'm going to go see it. You have to support these kind of events when they happen. And the second Sonic, they're giving us everything that the fans want in ways that the fans want it. The Chaos Emerald, Knuckles, Tails. And they didn't shoehorn it in the first movie. They're being delicate with it. They're treating these characters with respect. They gave Sonic the time he needed in his first movie, and now they're giving us the characters we want in ways we want them. They're not just IP objects anymore. They're real-life characters that are going to teach us real-life lessons. Knuckles is being introduced the way fans would want him to be introduced. They did their research. They realized that he wasn't always a good guy. He's going to be an antagonist. Tails, the way he looks at Sonic, the way he reacts to Sonic, the way he talks to Sonic, the way he flies the plane, it is so accurate to the games that it just makes us so happy to see. And they're doing it with respect. And they're doing it for the right reasons. Yeah, they're doing it for money. I mean, that's their jobs, or to make good movies to make money. But they're not telling us that they're entitled to the money. They're telling us that they want to earn it. And I feel like they're earning it. And the reason I call Sonic the hero that media deserves, and the hero that the media needs, and the hero that we need, is because I feel like the first Sonic movie is what got the ball rolling for movies like No Way Home. I'm almost certain that when Marvel saw The Eternals and Shang-Chi and Black Widow and quite a few other films flop because they weren't giving us what we wanted and they were ignoring us, but then this little blue hedgehog comes and makes more money than anyone expected him to make because he gave us what we wanted, that's got to resonate. And No Way Home did exactly that. They gave us exactly what we wanted. They treated all the characters with respect. And they basically copied what Sonic did. And it did well for them. I don't know if that ever would have happened if it wasn't for the first Sonic movie showing the world that if you listen to the fans and if you give the fans what they want and you stop preaching at them, you're going to make money. And No Way Home proved it. Sonic started it, No Way Home proved it, and Sonic 2 is going to prove it even more. And every time we get a Sonic movie is going to push that point further and further and further as long as they don't get greedy. Sonic is our symbol. He is becoming the symbol that none of us expected him to ever become. He's becoming a symbol of our voice. He's becoming a symbol for the fans. He is becoming our flag. The fans finally have a flag to wave when they march into battle to save media. And it has Sonic's face on it. The cute version. The good face, not whatever that first one was. I'm not sure what they were thinking, but, at least they tried, and it was obvious they tried, because when we disliked it, they changed it, and that made a big difference. Cowboy Bebop, when the fans had issues with the live remake that no one asked for, fans had issues with it, and they were told not to watch it. They were told, well, it's not for you, and they were called horrible, horrible things. And I was never a huge Cowboy Bebop fan, but I did feel bad because I've experienced that with content that is dear to me. And I'm sure Cowboy Bebop is dear to many people. And I felt for him when that happened. Sonic is showing people that the way to go is the way it used to be. Let's return to 2012. Let's return to the best year of cinema. Let's go back to being able to know that our favorite trilogies are going to rest and stay the best trilogies. Let's go back to knowing that characters that are dear to us are going to be treated the way we want them to be treated. Let's go back to all the good stuff. Let's go back to loving the theaters. No longer having to listen to reviews and watch reviews and read reviews before deciding to go to the theaters. Back when I was growing up, going to the theater was one of those things where if you had extra money to go to the theater, you went and picked out a movie and you went and saw it and you're pretty sure you're probably going to like it. Now, it doesn't matter if you have the money. Unless it's a movie that you absolutely know you're going to like, you don't watch it. And even if it is a movie you think you might like, you have to watch reviews and listen to reviews and read reviews. And half the time after you listen to all of them, you're like, yeah, probably not worth it. Doesn't seem like anyone likes it. And that's because media stopped caring. Except for the people that gave us Sonic. They cared. And it feels good. And it feels good that the MCU cared when they did No Way Home. But I feel like the only reason they did care is because Sonic made them realize that they need a start. So, when Sonic 2 comes out, I'm definitely going to watch it, out of support. And I'm sure many Sonic fans are going to go watch it. I hope you guys watch it too, and support it, and support this type of storytelling, and let people know that this is what we want. And we need the media back. Yeah, I think that's all I have to say on this topic. So, thank you very much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. Do consider hitting the subscribe and like button. And I'll talk to you guys again real soon. Bye.